Waste generation in Lagos State appears to have been on the increase in recent times. Rapid population growth, a change in public consumption pattern, deficiency in the existing regulatory framework and refuse disposal facilities may have given rise to this. This has also increased the work done by the Lagos State waste management authorities, the private sector partnership operators, as well as the highway managers.
Every day, Lagosians discard tons and tons of garbage waste, from food items to non-perishables such as bottles and steel materials, leaving them to the authorities to deal with. The responsibility of moving these wastes falls on the highway managers, the private waste collectors and Lagos State waste management authorities. For most of us, disposing of our trash is usually the end of the story, but it is the beginning of an extraordinary work carried out by these bodies. To keep the highway sparkling clean like this takes a lot of effort from highway managers, such as 25-year-old Osholi Patricia. She and her colleagues arrive at their duty posts in the wee hours of the day, defying the dangers they possibly face to keep the roads clean.
Sometimes you just see a vehicle is coming like this, you'll be scared that maybe this vehicle will hit me, but by God's grace, you just thank God that nothing happened.
That's not all. Waste generated from our homes and offices also need to be moved, and that's the job of the private sector partnership, otherwise called PSP operators. In recent times, there's been a drop in the services rendered by the waste collectors, leaving some neighborhoods and roads littered with heaps of refuse.
Before, like 2015, I was doing my business. It took on my compound, my business premises. I'm back, I will pay them. But for now, it's a problem. They don't come.
It's like within my own area, it's like it's allocated to a particular Loma franchise company. And so because it's only one company taking care of the environment, at times they are not as effective as you want them.
For the PSP operators, that one who wears the shoes knows where it pinches is true.
2016 has been a very year of uncertainty for the PSP operator. They're living in fear of their job. Now, no serious investor, when you're being threatened that you're going to lose your job, will go out there and buy more trucks.
But it appears those in charge have another plan.
Very soon, there is a reform. We will be assuming a regulatory role, and a consortium is already in place. And that will, by the time they, take off fully, waste management in Lagos will be world class.
And this seemed to have the backing of the state chief executive.
I don't like the way the city is. The city is dirty. But you know what? The private sector, PSP collectors, they are not having enough capacity to do it. But again, should I tax you to death? The answer is no. I don't want to tax you for everything. So I need this partnership with the private sector so that they can invest in the sanitation management of the city.
Where does this leave the PSP operators who have done this job for some years now?
What the operators are looking for in this reform is that the reform should be built around the operators, because the operators, they are the engine room of this business.
While the state government's move to make waste disposal and management in Lagos State more efficient may be laudable, it is also imperative to put plans in place to address the challenges emanating from the gradual withdrawal of the current PSP operators from the waste management chain to avoid turning the whole metropolis into a dump site. Victoria Idowu, reporting for Channels Television News.